Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Berry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. It's the Sacramento Kings and the Phoenix Suns.
Watch the screen. Step out.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good for 2.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Ellis. And rejected. Williams with it. To the inside. Here's Stoudemire. The rebound by Murray.
He may not be the strongest inside presence, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And that one's good. DeRozan.
Oh, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. DeRozan dialing it in.
Here's Marbury. No good with the triple. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Over to the left wing. Pass to DeRozan. And they'll get another chance. Here's Ellis. Just 5 to shoot. Murray finds some space. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Here's Stoudemire. Back to Hardaway. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Timeout.
Proving once again, Levine is not all dunks and threes.
And the Suns call time here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Hardaway. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Sure, from three-point range.
And we've watched it for years, the floor-stretching ability of Levine.
And the Suns miss again. Sacramento leading by 7. Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by Gugliotta. So it's Phoenix now. Here's Hardaway. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Minute 32 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Murray. Phoenix grabs the miss. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the coach of the Suns. He's been working with his assistant coaches, trying to devise a way to contain Zach LaVine. His ability to play well above the rim, coupled with the deep range, makes him a unique challenge to defend. They're going to try to keep him off balance by showing him different looks. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Pass to Hardaway. 50 seconds left in the first. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the
Fry
field.
sheet win.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Monk. No made baskets yet. Pass to Sabonis. Offensive rebound. Kicks it to DeRozan. And another Sacramento three.
DeRozan swift with it to beat the defender.
Williams in the post. Here's Marbury.
Good shot, boy.
Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Monk. There's a foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Johnson. 5 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. No good on the second free throw. Here's Monk. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that does it for the first quarter.
9, the Kings, 14.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where
Yo,
we
very
are.
business pesky.
And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They control the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Now here's Carter. Monk, he's open. Rebounded by Johnson.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Yo, little verver this Rafa.
Here's Laravia. To the paint. To the middle. Pass to Jacobson. Down low.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And it's Lyles missing. Suns trail by 3. Here's Johnson. And he makes it on the layup.
When they get their opportunity,
Goddamn, he dunked on
they
Yoa.
don't hesitate.
Outside Carter. Now Monk. Sacramento shooting their first free throws tonight. And he makes a first. The Kings making a switch here. And so Carter nails them both.
This TTS is hilarious.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Now here's Hardaway. Outside Johnson. Pass to Outlaw. And he banks in the layup. Outlaw's got his first points of the night.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket. And there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
You got this, bro,
To
Paco.
the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, try.
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Marion.
Chacho.
Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Carter. Phoenix grabs the miss. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop them.
Surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Timeout, timeout. And DeRozan, just so crafty on those moves, slips right through the contact for the finish.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Donald Duck looking up.
.151 left in the second. Left side, Hardaway. Right side, Williams. Pass to Gugliotta. Switch. The shake. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's the kind of head fake that'll give a guy whiplash.
He sells it all the way right. Highly effective. Here's Ellis. Three-pointer. Kicks it to DeRozan. Pass to Ellis. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. Ellis has got 5 points.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
Outside Hardaway. The offensive rebound. And it's blocked.
Yeah, great work on defense right there. You just have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby.
Here's Marion. Fires the three. Hardaway, no good. Outside Murray. To the wing on the left. Here's and the Kings with another three.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Hey, right here. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. So both teams making some changes here.
Second team foul. Substitution.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half. And it's DeRozan missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Marbury. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
So
The comes to an end. We've got a the Kings on top, up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far.
I'm reading the chat on my phone. There's TTS.
And so it's Levine with it. He brings it up for the Kings. It's a three-point game. Here's Ellis. They kick it out to Murray. To the left wing. Ellis, good. Ellis has got 11 points.
And a big part of their offensive success right now is the ability to create second chance opportunities. Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Here's Marbury. Inside. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Lets the three fly. And it was still over the rim.
Basket interference.
Basket interference. About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Ellis. Knocked away. And the ball is tied up. So we'll have
2 players.
And so here's Sacramento. Out to the wing. Outside Levine. And here's DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. There's the three. Rebounded by Marion. Suns trail by 4. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Zach Levine. Phoenix shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And Sacramento making a change here. And the second free throw is good. The Kings lead by 3. Outside Carter. Pass to Valanciunas. No good there. Some solid defense from Williams.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach actually call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And it's the Kings ball. Cuts off the pass. Driving in for the lead. No good. A bit long that time. Here's Carter. Right side Murray. Pass to LaRavia. Here's Levine. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Stoudemire. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Kings leading. Here's Monk. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Stoudemire. Nice D from Valanciunas. Sacramento leading by 3. Pass to Murray. And they'll keep possession. Carter from outside. Offensive rebound, Kings. From deep. Hits the trifecta. Got 7 points in the game.
The passing hasn't been a focus for Murray, but being able to participate in ball movement will be key for him. He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Pass to Valanciunas. Out left to the wing. Outside Carter. Shot clock at 5. From downtown. And it's Phoenix for the rebound.
If you told me this was the kind of game we wanted to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That'll be a second foul of the game. 1:04 left in the third quarter here. Drains the triple. He has 7.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
It's out of bounds to Sacramento. 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. He goes up. Here's Marbury. 7 points in the game. Outlaw can't hit. outside Monk.
Player. Go basket.
That's his third foul of the game.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Suns trail by 3. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Outlaw. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And so here's Sacramento. Kicks it to DeRozan. The 3. Sinks the tray. DeRozan's got 10.
And what's interesting, the 3-ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game, but when he's feeling it, he can make it happen.
Here's Marbury. Misses the shot. And we've reached the end of the third.
The Kings, 30 seconds.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Hardaway. You got him! Stolen. And they're on the break. The 3 from DeRozan. They get the rebound. Pass to Ellis. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Marion.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it's tough not to capitalize.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Kings. 6-point lead. Ellis, good.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence is impressive to see.
Here's Stoudemire. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake frees the D.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the layup.
Now here's DeRozan. Back to Monk. Here's Ellis. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Timeout.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court advantage. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Let's take a look at Milwaukee.
You know, during the win streak, it hadn't been just one. The starters, the bench unit, the coaches. Everybody's at the top of their game right now.
Yeah, and I don't see them cooling off anytime soon. I mean, it's going to take a very special effort to take these guys down when they're on the roll like this.
Now here's Lillard, and the shot goes down. And we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
It should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
It's Sonaba to Kumbo. Prince. The kick out to Lopez. Lillard scanning the floor. Drains the 19-footer.
Talk about a guy who can beat you consistently from all three levels. That's Damian Lillard.
And now it's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to talk to Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure we communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it will be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the group free. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. For three, the rebound by the Bucks. Defeated by the Pacers in the last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. And special K is good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game. He definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Out to Kuzma. Fires the three. Prince grabs the miss. And Prince has got the ball here for the Bucks. They trail by one. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively. Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
So both teams changing it up here. Now, here's Trent. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. No good. Great D that time from Portis. It's Trent on the wing. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Lillard right side. That misses off the backboard. Milwaukee leading by 4. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
Lillard can make it from that spot, and he can make it from much farther out, too. Wow.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never an easy night for you. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Up top, Porter. 11 points last game. And the Bucks miss again. The ball. They're on a 12-3 run.
Look at Lillard rising up there. Wow, didn't know you had that, Dane.
Oh, the lob to Trent. He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. You got to play without fouling.
Wow, what, he has something in his eye?
Here's Lillard. Goes up from the top of the key. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Here's Porter. Great D that time from Portis.
Boy, controlling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Nobody near Lillard. From the arc. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Lillard's got 12.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
That one misses. Good work defensively by Trent. A three. You can't get that one. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen.
8. The Bucks. 17.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Milwaukee.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense, racking up the points, too.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Another monster night for Dame. Par for the course with him.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the season with that 50-piece in Game 6.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a two-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that game time. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Rollins. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Start it.
You know, one of the things you love about Giannis, guys, is his all-around game. I mean, showing it all off there.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. You know, Clark, I've been wondering your thoughts on the possibility of the NBA shortening the season in an attempt to mitigate injury.
Look, Kevin, I've long been a proponent of a shorter season. I think 65, 66 games, 1 month less on the regular season would be great. We know load management didn't decrease injury rates, so I'm not sure a shortened schedule would either, but I do know it would improve the quality of play for the player, and I think that would be beneficial to the fans.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. To the inside. Lopez. 2 free throws coming up. They call the shooting foul. Brook Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice raise last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, the night, it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And that was good by Porter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, don't leave out the coaching staff here now. Their game plan has been perfect.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only what's been a Hall of Fame career.
And thanks to that bucket, he's finally able to stop that 15-0 run by the Bucks.
Out to the wing. Uncovered. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in their rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for Milwaukee. Here's Porter. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finds the bottom of the bucket.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
They get it again. Here's Rollins. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Inside. Lillard. And it's blocked. They retain possession. Grant can't hit. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Rollins. Rollins grabs the board.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Lillard up top. He's got 5. Clock at 6. And it's Lillard again missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Fires from way outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so it's Milwaukee now. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
Yeah.
Unselfishness from Lillard has no problem giving the ball up, especially when he's got a guy wide open.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks used their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you.
Is this Bucks versus Bucks?
In front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
BA, you followed this league for a long time, and it's a pretty good game plan. Through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis.
Holy blowout.
Defenders are just
In
not
winning.
being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
It's hauled in by Giannis.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you what you need to know. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was
FR.
a direct shot to the chest.
Milwaukee in total control. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history.
Start it.
Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek freak. I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly
That gas,
understand
sorry,
why
all.
others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Clark, we know the Bucks are
FR.
a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try
How is
to
he
win
having
now.
fun?
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran
Iron.
becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Bro, my mom wants to drop me off at work this early. Cause she doesn't wanna go home and then
Over a
back.
minute and a half into the
Damn.
third quarter of action. Pass to Porter. Trent with it. Back to Porter. Over onto Antetokounmpo.
Bro, what you gon' sit
Shot
there?
clock at 6.
TF.
And Green launches it from deep. This is the deep three-point attempt.
She put you and herself in this position.
Turning into a slow
Do
start
you
here.
got your headset on?
Like they left that offense.
And this offense needed that one after 4
Nah.
misses to start the half.
Trent gets the bucket.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots.
If but
as
it's
you can get.
WTV.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And it's Lillard missing.
He seemed to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Trent with it. And it's Trent picking him up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know,
In reading bro like a picture book.
just about how far out they have to defend.
He is
It's
colder than the
distance between
Antarctic.
that and how far
Goddamn.
in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Pass to Portis. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Well, you like guys who can work that
How you missed the
in-between
cake.
area. Really keeps the defense honest.
guys. I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
There's Lillard. Porter with a block.
Sending it back with postage. This is why every team is looking to add length to its lineup. And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not into
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every
He put the Chitty shot up.
The Bucks have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Prince's shot is good.
You know, Prince is far from just a shooter and penetrator, folks. I mean, this guy's got a nice feel for how to play inside, too. Nice play. The pass goes up, and Portis just swallows it.
To the paint. Pass to Porter. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Trent. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Trent's got his second bucket of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. A step back shot here. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Portis. And so it's Milwaukee controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their
The Bucks.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bucks trail by 20. Antetokounmpo with the ball.
Did they give him the buzzer beater?
Lillard with no one around. They get it back. The shot's good from Lopez.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Prince outside. From deep three-point land. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Pass to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working, getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Milwaukee makes the switch. And the 3 off target. And now running up the court, Lillard picking it up. And the shot goes in.
Lillard makes it look so easy. The quick release. Uber impressive.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. 6 to shoot. A rebound by the Bucks.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Jacks up a 3. Cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half. And breakdown here, guys. The hardest for the Bucks.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
You know, we've got to talk about how they continue to force turnovers. and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trent.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
No doubt he's straight right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
They can work at close range. Lillard putting his touch to good use in tight.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. On the wing, Green. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 17.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Carries it from three-point range. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Late in the game. Continue.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Lets the three fly. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Bucks trail by 20.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
And they pick up 2.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
.40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here is Lillard.
Hey, look, if you can pick anybody to take the last shot for your team, Lillard would have to be that guy. In crunch time, he is lethal.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Pass out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Offensive rebound. Prince in the corner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
This is Brian Anderson. with Hall of Famers.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball.
Here we
With
go.
Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We've got the Charlotte Hornets and the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Bridges. Then Bridges jams it in.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Now, here's Aldridge. Outside Roy. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Miller's within the floor. Pass to Batum. Roy from outside drains the three-pointer.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat from him.
Knocked loose. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Outside ball. Pass to Miller. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Roy. And it's Miller penetrating. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up to the Charlotte Hornets. Here's Ball. Nice D from Camby.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Roy gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Williams. Here's Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. 5 on the clock. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Down low. Here's Roy. That's in, coming off the 60. Roy's got 7 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for a long time. This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Nate McMillan. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for him. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, Nurkic throwing his big weight around on the offensive glass right there. Just work, big Nurk.
Miller outside. Outside for Batum. They double him with Green. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
Substitution on the court.
1:32 left to play in the first quarter. At demand. To the wing on the left. He could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Grego. The Hornets shooting their first free throw tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Smith for 3. That one's in, his first shot this game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Just a great job so far applying pressure. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Diamante is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Mills. Batum for three. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Charlotte leading by 4. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Mann. Takes it inside. Batum with the steal. It's intercepted. Goes up. And then Smith with the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And so it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
They use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Here's Aldridge trying to get open his camp. Aldridge's shot is good.
And inside the paint, Aldridge can be so physical, not letting anything get in his way.
And
what a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Miller. Back to Aldridge. Fernandez from outside. And the rebound by Nurkic. Hornets leading by 9. Here's a Kobe. Here's Ball. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
The most efficient game for this guy. But their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
We've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Campbell. Outside Ball. And here is Aldridge. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Charlotte with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. With a wide open look. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick points at the line. It's going to be on Andre Miller.
See the defender just a bit too aggressive. Nurkic takes advantage, and he'll get to the free throw line.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
It's stolen by Green. Miller outside. Outside, Ball. Driving inside. Goes to the reverse layup. Ball's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets. Shot's good from Oden.
And the potential for Oden to be dominant in the paint is off the charts.
Ball with the bucket.
6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash physical basketball.
That is authority right there.
Ball. And Ball slams it in.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone anyone more exciting than this young guy.
Good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start.
Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Several teams changing it up here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Aldridge. Miller inside. Williams with the block. Ball feeling it out a bit. Miller, no up.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Back to Oden. Inside. The kick out to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Stolen by Ball. To the paint. It's Williams with the jam.
And from distance, no less. What an amazing pass.
That's about as long an alley-oop pass as you're going to see. Pass to Miller. Now, here's Batum. Miller outside. And stolen by Miller. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Batum with the steal. To the left wing. Here's Mills. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Moving it around. 8 of the last 10 coming off assists.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And Patty Mills considered one of the best teammates in the NBA, and everyone's so happy that he was able to come up huge in helping his native Australia win their first medal in the Summer Games. What a story.
No shot that time, not on. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so Green will bring it up for Charlotte. At one point, they led by 16. Left side, Miller. From downtown, Batum grabs the miss.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball, close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
There's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Trailblazers trailed by 13. Too open that time, made it look too easy. Miller's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Pass to Williams. Now Miller. The kick out to Ball. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Ball's got 17 now.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch and shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
Hornets leading by 14. It's tipped and stolen by Miller. Pass to Roy. It's stolen by Green. Bridges outside to the left side wing. Here's Ball, and it's Portland with the rebound.
All right, time now. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And here's Roy, covered by Miller. On the wing, Batum. 6 to shoot. Portland needs to get off the shot. Here's Aldridge. Makes it off the glass.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Left side, Ball. Takes a three. Offensive rebound. That shot off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix it up.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Shot clock is 6. Can be good.
A terrific passer for a two-guard. Roy has a great feel for how to keep his teammates involved.
To the inside.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Mills. That one goes careening off the glass.
Oh, how about that rebound? Miles Bridges, send it back.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Roy gets the bucket. Roy's got 11 points.
Yeah, never shy about mixing it up inside. Roy, a great finish.
Diabate. On the wing, man. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Second shot opportunity. Again, the Hornets score.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Outside for Batum. Back to Mills. A second chance effort. Driving to the basket. No good on the layup.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for him. Smith hits them both. Here's Roy. 11 points in the game.
He's a terrific two-guard. Roy with tremendous court vision.
Here's man. Charlotte no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Charlotte leading by 13. Pass to Miller. Nice jump shot. Good. Miller's got his first basket of the night.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Here's Fernandez. Off on the wing. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Their lead at 15 going into the break.
The Hornets, 46.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 15-point game. And stolen by Williams. From deep, Green. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Charlotte. And here's your guys in the hustle stats for Charlotte.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Clock at 6. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's a lay-in. Ball's got 19 points.
Always a tough matchup, but tonight almost impossible.
Miller with the ball. And Batum picks him up offensively.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Miller. Diabate grabs the board.
Now, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Trailblazers trailed by 20. Pass to Aldridge. Stolen by Ball. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And that one drops for him.
Boy, what a nice find from LaMelo Ball. You can tell this guy loves setting up his teammates.
Now Miller. And here is Fernandez. Trailblazers moving the ball around. To the middle. Diabate.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't get in your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And, Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Featured first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Watch the pick.
To the inside. Diabate. And Odin pulls it down. Pass to Roy. Tipped away. Miller outside. Outside Roy. 5 to shoot. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results. And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has, a true gym rat, and this guy just wants to get better.
T2 from Ball. And that one hits back iron.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Oh, he can't hit. Charlotte leading by 21. Pass the ball. Stolen by Roy. Beyond the arc. The Hornets pull it in. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Bridges. Ball from long range. Batum grabs the miss. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel in and show some more discipline.
Well, the do-it-yourself kit, the steal and bucket from LaMelo.
.105 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Batum. The shot's good. Boy, making the play.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Man with it. Outside ball. Again, ball missing. And so Aldridge will bring it up for Portland. Here's Roy. Great look there, but off target.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
To the paint. And slammed in by Bridges.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Down low. Here's Aldridge. And Bridges with the block. There's Ball with the three. It's off. So no problem for him.
It's the NBA. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
That's a game they like to put in the rearview mirror. They know they treated it a little too lightly.
They slept-walked through that entire night. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here's ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento. Miller with it. And Sabonis picks him up defensively. And that one goes in as he's fouled.
Good.
It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Shooting one.
A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score doors.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets. Guys, what we've come to learn about Miles Bridges is this guy is a force on the offensive end. Whether he's inside or outside, you know he's going to be aggressive trying to put the ball in the basket.
Levine, that was good.
I'll tell you what, how high Levine gets on the jump, this guy's such an effective scorer on the inside.
Here's Green from the arc. It's rebounded by Sabonis. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Pass to Murray. Stolen by Bridges. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Here's Green. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Williams. Bridges outside. And here is Green. 4 on the clock. There's the drive. And it's hammered home by Green.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Now here's DeRozan. Big-time contributor on offense. Just over 22 points a game.
Now, DeMar DeRozan operating on the interior. So savvy, so crafty.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Here's Ellis. DeRozan outside. Pass to Ellis. DeRozan outside. No good that time. The Hornets with the lead. Bridges right side. The kick out to Ball. And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got his second basket of the game. All eyes on this contest tonight, Doris, as these two squads duke it out for playoff position.
Brian, good teams know what their competition is. And when that happens, even in a regular season game, the quality of competition and the intensity gets immediately ramped up. And guess who gets the benefit from that? You and I.
Ball. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Lets the 3 fly. Knocks it down from distance. Ellis has got 5 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. So both teams making some changes here. Stolen by Carter. Here's Monk. Carter on the wing. Left side Monk. Rebounded by Nurkic.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Diamante. He got a piece of it. Pass to Monk. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. He should have used a better angle on that pass.
The Kings trailing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the basket by Monk.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one.
The Hornets, 14.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Charlotte.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the game so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this organization. New ownership, a new front office, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. EA?
Business as usual, Allie. Takes a 3. He can't get it to go.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Heads-up defensive play by Jonas Valanciunas. The alert, the aware, the always ready to send it back.
It's good. Carter's got his first basket of the night.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
In the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015.
Yeah, BA, that's the longest active streak of the league. Not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks. They've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
Now here's Carter. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Step back and fire. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Here's Curry. Pass to Bridges. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Inside. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
You can see the two-time dunk contest champion skills on display. Mr. Levine, we see you.
Now here's Green. Here's Bridges. On the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Curry. He takes it as the shot clock ticks down.
Shot clock winding down. Seth Curry, not in a hurry, but very much on time.
Carter fires from the line. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. Here's Green. It's blocked.
Ted, great work on defense right there. Shooters have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Ball looks over the floor. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Green. Releases. No good. A bit long that time.
Probably not the shot they had in mind. But you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Well, George, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with the one individual player.
Here's Ball. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. That's to Ellis. Kicks it to DeRozan. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Ellis has got 7 points in the game. And a moment to take a look at some hustle stats from the Kings.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
Now here's Green. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Ellis. 7 points in the game. Yep, that one's good. 9 points in the game.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And it's Levine with the ball for the Kings. Here's DeRozan. DeMar, strong move inside.
Well, just staying alert. Great setup that time by Levine.
Down low. The kick out to Ball. No luck on that one. Good D by Murray.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
You can tell the moment the pass left his hands, he knew he messed up.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It's never easy to win games when you're missing free throws. They had to be better.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
There's 14 seconds left to the second period. To the inside. Boom! He jammed it straight down.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Kings ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, then we can go down to the last possession. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some named Paul George as his GOAT. Their team said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but his goal inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person for this generation. Right?
Allie, thanks.
The passing hasn't been a focus for Murray, but being able to participate in ball movement is key for him.
And he makes it. Ball's got 6.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
To the paint. Williams' shot is good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Well, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's DeRozan. Driving in. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 6.
Doing what he does best. DeMar DeRozan hits the afterburner, catches the defense flat.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intensity?
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping. They have no answer defensively inside.
Kings trail by 5. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. It's tipped.
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back.
So both teams changing it up here. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now. The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this one.
And it's Curry finishing it off.
Yeah, and that was a big-time flush. I love whenever Murray takes flight like this.
Curry. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Curry's got 8 points.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Zach LaVine, explosive with athleticism, with his hops, with his ability to score the basketball.
These are his first free throws of the game. The Hornets making a switch here. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Knocked loose. Pass to Okogie. Here's Curry. Give him 8. Shot clock at 6. Curry draws the double. Nurkic. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Curry.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Sacramento shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He misses the free throw. He's off on the second. Outside Carter. Back to Lyles. Outside Carter. 4-3. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Diabate. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure.
Carter, good.
So it showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Now Nurkic. The layup misses. Pass to Monk. Carter with it. Shot from 12. The shot misses.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Curry. Back to Smith. That three's off the mark. Here's Lyles. Here's Carter. Misses the layup. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. It's the Hornets up by 4.
The Hornets.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. But this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Charlotte leading by 4. Pass to Bridges. Back to Smith. Out to Bridges. Here's Okogie. 5 on the clock. Smith. The shot comes out. Here's Lyles. He's guarded by Bridges. Count it. Lyles gets his first points of the game.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Smith into the lane. Stolen by
a wiry strength to Brandon Miller. Powers right through the contact.
Here's Ellis. Unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 2-point game. Miller can't get it to go. To the left wing. Pass to Ellis. He takes it in. And rejected.
Oh, how about that rejection from Miles Bridges? Send it back.
Both teams will make substitutions. And stolen by Green. Here's Bridges. And here's Miller. Outside, Green. The three from Hall. Rebound by Murray. Here's Sacramento. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Knocked away.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Let's prove it. Fourth quarter. We'll get it done now. No more chances.
Showing more patience this half. His shot selection has improved, and his field goal percentage is rising.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Charlotte.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. They're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done.
DeRozan outside. In the middle. Here's Sabonis. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. And it's a tie ball game.
Delivery from DeMontis Sabonis. Okay.
Ball outside. Rebound by Sacramento. Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Let's get now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on the Sacramento head coach talking with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there now, we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looks like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Murray. Here's Ellis. To take the lead. Count it. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle step for the Kings.
I mean, those spots, they can get into your head. You think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
And they've also been scoring on the break. Not difficult to do. Buckets in the half court. Anytime you can put the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time. And this is why they want the ball into DeRozan's hand. This guy is stone cold under pressure.
Back to Bridges. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
High stakes moment, and Miles Bridges does not shy away. Go ahead, youngster.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're leading by 3. 43 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 43 seconds left to the fourth. Here's Ellis. And it's good. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
Ball. Zach LaVine clears it away.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first. And that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Every free throw is crucial in a close game. Nice work at the line.
On the wing, Green. Off target from outside. Back to LaVine. They kick it out to Murray. Pass to LaVine. There's the three. He can't hit that time. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout here to win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is...